The conversation has changed. For decades, talking about UFOs would get you labeled a crank. But now, Congress holds hearings. The Pentagon releases official videos of craft that defy physics. The term UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomena, has entered the mainstream. The world is slowly admitting that something is in our skies. But that's only the first layer of the mystery. The real secret, the one that's still kept in the shadows and spoken of in hushed tones by experiencers and alleged whistleblowers, isn't about the vehicles. It's about the pilots. It's about the crew. If these accounts are to be believed, Earth is not just being visited, it's a crossroads, a cosmic destination for multiple distinct non-human intelligences, each with its own appearance, its own technology, and its own agenda. Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on the 5 most consistently reported species in the vast lore of ufology. This is the alleged cast of characters in a drama that has been unfolding just beyond our sight. First, there is the one you already know, the icon. Close your eyes and picture an alien. The image that appears in your mind is almost certainly a gray. They are the face of the phenomenon, seared into our collective consciousness since the 1960s. Accounts describe them as small, typically 3 to 4 feet tall, with frail, slender bodies. Their skin is smooth and gray, and their heads are large and bulbous, tapering to a pointed chin. They have almost no discernible nose or ears, and only a small slit for a mouth. But their defining feature, the one that haunts the nightmares of abductees, is their eyes. They are massive, black, and almond-shaped, wrapping around the sides of the head. Witnesses describe them as bottomless pools of liquid darkness, devoid of any pupil or iris. And when you look into them, you don't just feel seen, you feel known. The Greys are almost exclusively associated with the abduction experience. The story is chillingly consistent. A person is taken from their bed, paralyzed by an unseen force, and floated through walls into a waiting craft. Inside, on a cold metal table, the Greys perform strange, often invasive medical procedures. Communication is never verbal, it's telepathic. Their thoughts simply appear in your mind, cold, clinical, and without emotion. Many researchers connect their origin to the Zeta Reticuli star system, a theory that famously emerged from the hypnosis sessions of Betty and Barney Hill, the first widely publicized abduction case. They are the scientists, the field researchers, and for many, the most terrifying of our visitors. But not all encounters are filled with fear and cold steel. From the opposite end of the spectrum come the Nordics. If the Greys are the stuff of nightmares, the Nordics are like beings from a dream. Reports, especially from the contactee movement of the 1950s, describe a race of beings that are strikingly, almost unnervingly, beautiful. They are said to be tall, standing 6 to 7 feet, with a physical perfection that seems almost impossible. They have fair skin, long blonde hair, and brilliant blue eyes. They are, for all intents and purposes, perfect human specimens. But they are not human. Unlike the Greys, the Nordics rarely engage in abductions. Their interactions are described as invitations. They are benevolent, spiritually advanced beings who seek peaceful contact. Their message is often one of warning. They speak of humanity's self-destructive path, our misuse of nuclear weapons, and the damage we are inflicting upon our planet. They offer spiritual guidance, urging us to raise our consciousness and embrace unity and love. Many accounts link them to the Pleiades star system, presenting them as a kind of galactic older sibling, watching over our development with concern. They are the saviors, the guardians, the beautiful strangers who offer a helping hand. Now we leave the realm of the familiar and step into something truly alien, something that challenges our very definition of intelligent life. Imagine a creature from your garden, a praying mantis, but standing 7 feet tall. This is the mantis being, or the insectoid. These entities are among the strangest and most unsettling beings reported by experiencers. Their appearance is just as it sounds. Long, thin bodies, spindly limbs with jointed legs, and a large, triangular head that can swivel almost 360 degrees. Their eyes are huge, dark, and multifaceted, like those of an insect. They don't just look non-human, they look non-mammalian, a completely different branch of evolution. In abduction scenarios, the mantis beings are rarely the ones doing the physical work. That's left to the Greys. Instead, the mantis beings are often described as the overseers, the doctors, the ones in charge. They stand back, observing with a cold, analytical intelligence. They are often seen as the leaders of a hierarchy, with the Greys acting as their biological drones. Their presence is profoundly unnerving, not because they are aggressive, but because they are so utterly alien and seemingly unemotional. They are the surgeons, the masterminds, the cold intelligence behind the curtain. If the mantis beings represent an alien intelligence, our next species represents a primal fear. The reptilians. These are the beings that form the basis of some of the most elaborate conspiracy theories. Accounts describe them as tall, powerful creatures, standing 6 to 8 feet high with a strong, muscular build. Their skin isn't smooth. It's covered in scales, like a lizard or a snake, ranging in color from green to brown. Their faces are a terrifying blend of human and reptile, with vertical slit pupils and sometimes a forked tongue. The lore surrounding the reptilians is dark. They are not here to study or to help. They are here to control. They are often portrayed as a malevolent, aggressive species with a hunger for power. Stories link them to secret underground bases, genetic manipulation programs, and a hidden agenda to dominate humanity from the shadows. While other species might visit, the reptilians are said to have been here for a very long time, viewing Earth as their property and humanity as their herd. They are the tyrants, the hidden masters, the monsters from our oldest myths made real. Finally, we come to a species that operates on a completely different plane of existence, the Arcturians. These beings are described as among the most ancient and spiritually evolved in our galaxy. They are said to be short, around 3 to 5 feet tall, with slender bodies and blue or green-tinted skin. Like the Greys, they have large heads and big, dark eyes, but these eyes are not cold or clinical. They are said to be filled with immense wisdom and compassion. Arcturians are rarely encountered in a physical sense. They are beings of light and energy. Their focus is not on our physical bodies, but on our consciousness. They are the great healers and teachers of the cosmos. Experiencers who claim contact with Arcturians don't speak of medical exams, but of profound spiritual awakenings and energetic healing. Their goal, according to these accounts, is to help humanity evolve, to guide us through our current turmoil and assist in our transition to a higher state of being. They are the cosmic counterpoint to the reptilians, not here to control, but to liberate. They are the healers, the teachers of light. So there you have it. The scientists, the saviors, the surgeons, the tyrants, and the healers. 5 distinct species, 5 different agendas, all allegedly interacting with our world. Is this real? Are these actual races from distant star systems visiting our planet? Or are they something else entirely? Perhaps archetypes from our collective unconscious, given form by the modern myth of the UFO. Or maybe they are different masks worn by a single, unknowable intelligence, presenting itself in a form that our minds can just barely comprehend. The evidence is anecdotal, built on decades of personal testimony that exists far outside the bounds of conventional science. But as the official world slowly catches up to the reality of UAPs, the stories of these experiencers take on a new weight. The question is no longer simply if we are being visited. The question is, who is visiting? And what do they want with us?